The excitement surrounding the cheapest Tesla ever planned has exploded in a way few people saw coming. Whispers of a new battery, a longer driving range, and a price lower than anything the company has released before have turned the Model 2 into the most talked-about affordable electric car on the planet. Buyers everywhere keep asking the same burning question: how can a vehicle this cheap possibly be this advanced? Something about that promise feels almost too good to be true, and that is exactly where the real story begins. Beneath all the hype, a group of sharp viewers raised a concern that stopped many people in their tracks. Their worry was simple but powerful. Squeezing more than 400 separate parts into a single molded piece of metal sounds brilliant for efficiency. Yet it could become a serious problem the moment something goes wrong. It is the kind of doubt that sounds small at first, but grows louder the more a person thinks about it. And once that seed of doubt is planted, it changes how someone looks at the entire car. To understand why this matters so much, it helps to picture how a normal budget car is built today. The lower structure of almost every affordable vehicle on the road is assembled by welding and riveting somewhere between 400 and 500 individual metal pieces together. Each of those pieces has its own place, its own job, and its own way of being repaired. This method has been around for so long that most drivers never question it, because it quietly works in the background every single day. The real beauty of that old approach shows up when something goes wrong on the road. If a budget car gets tapped in a slow-speed fender bender during city traffic, a mechanic can simply straighten the dented area or swap out one small damaged part. The repair stays cheap, the visit stays short, and the driver walks away without a financial headache. That low cost of fixing small accidents is something people take for granted, almost like an invisible safety net under their wallet. Now imagine taking that familiar safety net and completely redesigning it from scratch. That is precisely the gamble being made with the Model 2, and it is why the conversation around this car is so heated. The promise of a shockingly low price is sitting on one side of the scale, while a brand new way of building cars sits on the other. What happens when those two forces meet is the question that pulls everyone deeper into this story, and it leads straight to the machine making it all possible. That machine has a name that sounds almost like something out of a science fiction film: Gigacasting. To hold the price of the Model 2 at a flat $25,000, the company turned to a method that throws out the slow, piece-by-piece assembly of the past. Instead of joining hundreds of small parts, it builds enormous sections of the car in one single dramatic motion. The scale of it is hard to believe until the numbers are laid out in plain view. Picture a giant press capable of delivering between 6,000 and 9,000 tons of pressure in a single squeeze. That is an almost unimaginable amount of force, far beyond anything a person could ever feel or picture in daily life. This colossal machine injects molten aluminum, metal heated until it flows like thick liquid, straight into a carefully shaped mold. In a matter of moments, it stamps out the entire front and rear structures of the car as complete, solid pieces. The result is something that quietly rewrites the rulebook of car manufacturing. A single large slab of metal now does the exact job that 400 separate components used to handle. Where there were once hundreds of seams, welds, and joints, there is now one smooth, unbroken structure. It is the difference between building a wall brick by brick and pouring the entire wall in one perfect cast, ready to stand on its own. This shift sounds simple when described in a sentence, but the consequences ripple through every part of the vehicle. Fewer parts mean fewer points where things can be misaligned during assembly, fewer pieces to track in a factory, and fewer steps for workers to complete. It is a cleaner, faster, and far more efficient way to create the bones of a car. Everything about it is designed to strip away the complexity that has defined automaking for generations. Yet that same elegance is exactly what makes some people nervous, and their concern is far from unreasonable. When a structure is built as one giant piece, it behaves like one giant piece, for better and for worse. The very thing that makes it strong and cheap to produce also raises a tricky question about what happens after a crash. To see why, the focus has to move from the factory floor to a far more stressful place: the scene of an accident. Imagine a brand new Model 2 sitting at an intersection when another car drifts forward and rear-ends it. The impact may look minor from the outside, just a crunch and a startled driver. But underneath the surface, something more complicated may be unfolding. If that single massive casting cracks or bends even slightly, the situation suddenly becomes far more serious than a normal fender bender. This is the moment where the brilliance of the design collides head-on with the reality of everyday driving. The trouble lies in the nature of the metal itself. A damaged aluminum casting cannot simply be taken to a local body shop to be heated and welded back into shape. Reheating that aluminum destroys the structural strength it was given during its creation, leaving it weaker and unsafe. So the easy, affordable repair that drivers expect from a budget car is no longer an option here. The familiar safety net that once caught small accidents quietly disappears. This is where the warnings from automotive experts start to sound genuinely alarming. Because the damaged section cannot be repaired in the usual way, fixing it often means replacing the entire casting, which is one of the most expensive parts of the whole vehicle. The price of that single replacement can climb so high that it crosses a dangerous line. A repair bill that costs more than the car itself changes everything about how an accident is handled. When that line is crossed, insurance companies face a cold and simple calculation. If repairing the vehicle costs more than the car is worth, the smartest financial move for the insurer is to declare it a total loss. That means a Model 2 involved in what looked like a small, low-speed bump could end up written off completely. A minor accident turning into a totaled car is the exact nightmare that worried viewers were pointing to from the very start. So this raises the obvious and uncomfortable question hanging over the entire vehicle. Does choosing a Model 2 mean gambling thousands of dollars on the hope of never being tapped in traffic? It would be a frightening trade-off for any buyer dreaming of an affordable, reliable car. The good news is that this exact danger was anticipated long before the first vehicle ever reached the road, and the answer reveals just how carefully the design was thought through. The first line of defense is a clever piece of engineering known as bolt-on crash parts, sometimes called sacrificial parts. Tesla installs specialized crash rails at both ends of the main casting, positioned right behind the bumpers. These rails are designed with one purpose in mind: to take the hit so the expensive casting does not have to. They act like a shield standing guard in front of the most valuable structure in the car. What makes these rails so smart is how they behave during the most common kinds of accidents. In roughly 80% of low-speed collisions, these crash rails absorb the impact entirely, soaking up the energy before it ever reaches the giant casting behind them. And because they are simply bolted into place, a mechanic can unbolt the damaged rails and bolt in fresh ones. The main, costly structure stays completely untouched and undamaged through it all. The second solution flips the earlier worry on its head by focusing on the people inside the car. Since the base structure is a single piece with zero welding joints, it is significantly stronger and stiffer than the frame of any traditional budget vehicle. During a serious crash, that rigid structure absorbs the violent energy of the impact and channels it away from the cabin. The passengers sitting inside are wrapped in a shell built to keep them safe. This is where the insurance story becomes far more complicated than it first appeared. Yes, repairing the metal can be tricky and costly for insurers in certain accidents, But when passengers consistently walk away from crashes completely unharmed, insurers are spared from paying out millions in medical bills and life-changing injury claims. A stronger, safer cabin quietly shifts a huge financial burden off the insurance company's shoulders, balancing the equation in a way few people expected. That balance points to a much bigger truth about why this design exists in the first place. A car that costs a little more to repair but protects lives far better is not a simple loss. It is a genuine trade-off with serious value on both sides. This is the complicated equation that makes the Model 2 so hard to dismiss with a quick judgment. And it leads directly to a question that reveals whether this whole strategy is genius or madness. Why is the rest of the industry suddenly chasing the same idea? If gigacasting were truly a losing bet, the largest and most cautious car makers in the world would be running far away from it. Instead, they are doing the exact opposite. Industry giants like Toyota and Hyundai are pouring billions of dollars into developing their own versions of this same casting technology. Companies of that size do not gamble fortunes on ideas they expect to fail, and their actions speak louder than any rumor or comment ever could. Their interest reveals something important that often gets lost in the noise about new cars. The real revolution here is not just a single vehicle, it is a complete rethinking of how cars are made from the ground up. For about 100 years, the industry has relied on the same basic method of welding hundreds of small parts together. Watching the biggest players abandon that century-old habit shows just how powerful this new approach really is. To understand why this matters for the price, it helps to separate two different kinds of cost. There is the cost of the battery, and there is the cost of actually manufacturing the car around that battery. For years, most of the attention has been fixed on shrinking battery costs, since batteries are famously expensive. But that is only one half of the puzzle, and focusing on it alone misses where the real savings are hiding. This is the insight that makes the Model 2 so disruptive at its price point. Lowering the cost of the battery certainly helps, but slashing the cost of building the car itself is what truly unlocks a profitable $25,000 electric vehicle. By reinventing the manufacturing process, the entire economic foundation of the car shifts. The savings come not from cutting corners on the product, but from completely changing how that product is born. That single idea is what separates this effort from every ordinary budget car that came before it. It is a bet that the smartest way to make a cheap car is not to make a worse car, but to make a smarter factory. The size of that gamble is enormous, and the rewards could reshape the entire industry. To see just how far this reinvention goes, the final piece of the puzzle waits inside the factory, in a process unlike anything traditional automaking has ever used. That process carries a fitting name: the unboxed method, and it turns the old assembly line completely upside down. In a traditional factory, a hollow shell of the car is built first, forcing workers to climb inside and awkwardly bend over to install wires, screens, and seats. The unboxed approach refuses to work that way. Instead of building one shell and crawling into it, it breaks the car into separate sections that are built all at once. The front, the rear, the floor, and the sides of the vehicle are each assembled at the same time in different areas of the factory. While one team works on the floor, another finishes the sides, and another completes the front, all in parallel rather than in a slow line. The seats and screens are added to these sections out in the open, where they are easy to reach. There is no more climbing inside a cramped metal box to fit everything into place. One detail in this design quietly does double duty in a brilliant way. The seats are bolted directly onto the floor of the vehicle, and that very floor also serves as the structural battery pack. So a single component acts as both the foundation the passengers sit on and the power source that drives the car forward. It is a clever way of making one part carry two heavy responsibilities at the same time. When every section is ready, the final step looks almost playful in its simplicity. All of the pre-built pieces are brought together and locked into place like a giant puzzle or a set of building blocks snapping together. This method shrinks the factory floor space needed by around 40%, cuts the time it takes to build a car in half, and slashes total manufacturing costs by roughly 50%. Those savings are the hidden engine behind the car's shockingly low price. So in the end, the Model 2 stands as something far bolder than just another cheap electric car. It is arguably the biggest gamble in automotive history, a bet that reinventing the factory can beat a century of tradition. Repair concerns will certainly linger in these early days, yet history shows that when a groundbreaking technology reaches massive scale, the repair shops and insurance companies always adapt to catch up. Therefore, the Model 2 is not merely a vehicle to watch, but a turning point that could decide how the entire road ahead is built. What makes this moment so fascinating is that the Model 2 is not really competing against other electric cars at all. It is quietly aiming at the millions of ordinary gas-powered budget cars that families have relied on for decades. If a brand new electric vehicle can match those prices while costing almost nothing to fuel and far less to maintain, the reason most people give for avoiding electric suddenly disappears. That is the silent threat hiding behind a friendly $25,000 sticker. This is also why every other car maker is watching with a mix of fear and fascination. For years, the excuse was that affordable electric cars simply could not be built without losing money on every single sale. The Model 2 challenges that belief directly, and if the numbers hold up once real production reaches full speed, the old excuse falls apart completely. A successful launch would force the entire industry to either copy this approach or risk being left behind. Of course, none of this is guaranteed, and that uncertainty is part of what makes the story so gripping. Scaling a radical new factory method to millions of cars is far harder than building a handful of prototypes, and early bumps along the way are almost certain. The repair questions, the insurance debates, and the real-world durability of these massive castings will only be answered once thousands of these cars are out on real roads facing real drivers. Still, the direction is unmistakable, and the pressure it creates is already reshaping plans inside boardrooms around the world. Whether the Model 2 becomes a runaway success or a cautionary tale, it has already changed the conversation about what an affordable car can be. The next year or two will reveal whether this gamble pays off in the biggest way imaginable. And that is exactly the part worth watching most closely. So, here is the real question to sit with. Would someone trade the comfort of cheap, easy repairs for a car that is dramatically safer, far cheaper to build, and priced like nothing else on the market? That single decision, multiplied across millions of buyers, may end up writing the next chapter of the entire automotive world.